Miyajima is one of the most iconic spots in Japan, and getting there from Hiroshima is really simple. Just take the JR Sanya line from Hiroshima Station to Miyajima Station. It takes about 25 minutes. From there, it's a short walk to the ferry terminal, where ferries leave every 10 to 15 minutes. The ride itself is about 10 minutes, and if you stand on the right side, you will get the first view of the famous Torii Gate as you approach the island. The stone Torii Gate dates back to Muromachi period, making nearly 500 years old. Unlike the wooden torii in the bay, which has been rebuilt multiple times due to storm damage, this one has stood the test of time thanks to its solid granite construction. If you look closely, you will notice that the top lintel is slightly curved instead of being completely straight. This is a traditional design called kasagi, which helps distribute weight more effectively and makes torii more resistant to earthquakes. The red floating Torii Gate of Miyajima is not only one of Japan's most iconic landmarks, but also packed with fascinating history and engineering marvels. Here are some cool facts about it. Unlike most Torii gates, which are deeply buried into the ground, this one stands entirely by its own weight, kind of like a giant wooden Jenga tower. The structure is made of heavy camphor wood, and the main pillars alone weigh about 60 tons each. The current Torii Gate was built in 1875, but the first one on the spot dates back to 1168, more than 850 years ago. Since then, it has been rebuilt several times, with each version staying true to the original Shinto architectural style. The camphor wood is naturally resistant to rotten insects, which is one reason the gate can withstand the harsh marine environment. The Torii has stood through countless typhoons, earthquakes, and even a tsunami in 2001. If you want to enjoy Miyajima without huge crowds, it's best to come early, around 6 or 7 am. Also, check the tide schedule before you go. At low tide, you can walk right up to the base of the Torii Gate and take photos standing next to it. Itsukushima Shrine isn't just famous for its floating Torii Gate. It's one of Japan's most sacred Shinto sites, with a history spanning over 1400 years. Unlike most shrines built on land, Itsukushima Shrine was intentionally constructed over the sea. This was because Miyajima Island itself was considered sacred, and stepping directly onto it was once restricted. By building the shrine on wooden pillars above the water, worshippers could visit without disturbing the island's purity. The shrine is dedicated to three Shinto deities who are believed to protect sailors and bring good fortune. Sadly, their names are so hard to pronounce. Recognized for its cultural and architectural significance, Itsukushima Shrine was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1996. Here you can see how beautiful the shrine looks during high tide, when it looks as if it was floating on top of the water. As you explore the island, you will notice deer wandering freely. The deer on Miyajima have been considered sacred messengers of the gods since ancient times. When the island was officially designated as a sacred site in the 8th century, the deer were protected by law and revered as intermediaries between humans and the gods. The island's rulers even banned hunting of the deer, making it a capital offense to harm them. A short walk from the main tourist area is Daishoin Temple, one of the most significant Buddhist temples in Japan. As you climb the stone steps to the entrance, you will see golden prayer wheels lining the handrails. Spinning these while walking up is said to bring good fortune. One of the most unique things here is the collection of small Buddhist statues. Many of them wear hand-knitted hats and scarves, which are placed by worshippers as an offering. Some of them even have jewelry. Each statue has a slightly different expression, and together they create a peaceful and reflective atmosphere. It's so quiet up here, and the temple grounds are filled with intricate details.
The temple is integrated into the hill, so there's lots of stairs to walk around.
Another interesting part of Daishoin is the Senjookaku cave. Inside, hundreds of lanterns cast a slow glow over the space, and statues representing Buddhist deities line the walls. The cave is meant to be a spiritual journey, and spending a moment inside feels very meditative. It's a completely different experience from the rest of the island, quiet, mysterious, and calming. One of the most striking features of Daishoin is the Gokuraku Jodo, a garden that symbolizes the pure land of Buddha. It's filled with beautiful ponds, statues, and pathways that represent the Buddhist journey to enlightenment. The garden's layout and architecture are designed to resemble the Buddhist concept of paradise, offering visitors a tranquil place to reflect. Although most of the deer on the island seem cute and friendly, I also witnessed 2 male deer fighting.
So, if you know me, you know that I always hike. Like, I never take cable cars or any ropeways or any sort of like passive stuff. Mountain, I always hike. But today I was like, okay, let's do more chill day. There's a cable car here in Miyajima. So let's just take a car up the mountain and then explore on the top. So I wore a sweater and a skirt because I thought it's just a chill day walking around temples and getting up the mountain with ropeway. And then I arrive and it comes out it's under maintenance.
One of the most underrated spots on Miyajima is Hokoku Jinja, also known as Senjookaku Pavilion. The name Senjookaku means Pavilion of 1,000 tatami mats, referring to its massive open interior. It was commissioned in 1587 by Toyotomi Hideyoshi, one of Japan's most powerful warlords, as a place of chanting Buddhist sutras to honor fallen soldiers. However, after Hideyoshi's death, the construction was never fully completed, which is why the building has an unfinished look. Inside, you will see faded paintings, many of them representing deer, and wooden plaques hanging from the ceiling, many of which date back centuries. These details give the space a quiet, historic charm. It's also a great place to just sit down and take in the peaceful atmosphere. Since the temple has been built over the hill, it offers a great panoramic view over the town and the Seto Inland Sea. Right next to the pavilion is the stunning 5-story pagoda originally built in the 1400s. The deer here are so funny, they are often waiting by the restaurants and cafes, hoping for some snack. The streets of Miyajima are filled with small shops, cafes, and local food vendors. I stopped for a soft-serve ice cream made with white beans and coffee. It was incredibly creamy and you couldn't taste the beans at all, just rich, smooth coffee flavor. Miyajima is also famous for oysters, which are much larger and meatier than most. I tried them in a few different ways: raw, grilled, steamed, and deep fried. I like the fried ones least, maybe also because they were served with ketchup and tartar sauce, and I think they'll be so much tastier with ponzu sauce or wasabi mayonnaise or just anything more local. Raw ones were delicious, but personally I found them a little too big to slurp them gracefully. The ones grilled over charcoal were personally my favorite due to their unique and smoky flavor. I also picked up a bottle of local oyster sauce made with just 2 ingredients, oysters and salt. Did you know that most store-bought oyster sauces don't even contain real oysters? I also found a store selling artisan locally made soy sauces, and I picked up a bottle of ponzu sauce with a super vibrant citrus flavor. For drinks, I tried a local craft gin mixed with fresh lemons and soda. It was simple and refreshing, definitely worth trying if you see it. And of course, I couldn't leave without trying momiji manju, Miyajima's signature treat. These are soft, maple leaf-shaped cakes filled with different fillings like red bean, custard, chocolate, and matcha. Some places even sell them deep-fried or made with croissant dough. My favorite ones were with soy milk and peach flavors. They were lightly sweet and really soft inside. You can find these in almost every store here, and many places sell freshly made ones that are still warm. One of the most unique souvenirs here is the shamoji, a traditional wooden rice paddle. Miyajima is known for producing these, and they are believed to bring good luck. You will see them in all sizes, including a giant one displayed in the town center. I got a magnet. Miyajima is an easy and rewarding half-day trip from Hiroshima. Between the beautiful shrine, peaceful temples, delicious food, and scenic streets, there's a lot to experience in a short amount of time. Just remember to check the tight schedule, come early to avoid crowds, and take your time exploring beyond the main attractions. It's a place that feels both vibrant and deeply connected to tradition, and definitely worth a visit. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to follow my next adventure.